We'll go ahead and get started. There are some empty seats available, so if you'd like to sit down during this announcement, you certainly may do so. Continue to find your seats here, and we'll get started this morning. Well, good morning. My name is Dave First from IndyCar and the NTT INDYCAR Series, and it's tremendous to be here on a very exciting and special day as we announce something ahead of the I don't want to get out in front of his worship, but something very special coming up in 2026. And welcome everyone as well watching on YouTube, IndyCar.com, and the IndyCar app powered by NTT Data. And for our friends in the media, we'll open it up for questions here in just a bit. Also, some one-on-one opportunities will be available after some photo ops here in just a little bit. But let's get right down to it. Joining us today, His Worship, Frank Scarpitti, the mayor of the great city of Markham. The Honorable Neil Lumsden, Minister of Sport in the province of Ontario. Kevin Savoree, co-owner, president, and COO of Green Savoree Toronto, ULC. To his left, Jeff Atkinson, president of this great event. Chris Gauthier, president of the Ontario Honda Dealers Association. Good morning, Chris. And on behalf of IndyCar, the president of Penske Corporation, Mr. Bud Dinker. We'll begin this morning with His Worship, Frank Scarpitti. You have the honors, sir. Go ahead.
Well, good morning, everyone. Markham, start your engines. The Indy race is coming to our city. This is a major milestone for the city of Markham, which officially becomes the starting line for the Ontario Honda Dealers at Indy at Markham in 2026. And we are thrilled and honored to be named as the host city for this prestigious, world-class, three-day auto racing event. Around this time next year, the Ontario Honda Dealers Indy at Markham will transform the streets of our city into a car racing crucible, testing the limits of some of the world's fastest car drivers and welcoming the world to watch it all unfold. To borrow another racing term, Markham is geared up and ready to embrace the spotlight that the biggest names in racing competing in one of the premier events on the sporting calendar will shine on this city. We will welcome the over 150,000 expected visitors to celebrate all that Markham has to offer. We will welcome more than 250 international media members to cover every heart-pounding moment, including wall-to-wall coverage here at home by TSN and Fox Sports in the U.S. The Ontario Honda Dealers Indy at Markham will challenge world-class drivers, transforming our city streets into a thrilling racetrack and attracting international attention to Markham. This will be York Region's largest sporting event and solidifies Markham's status as a leading global city. The new track will be in the East Precinct of downtown Markham, conveniently located to 400 series highways and the Viva Rapid Transit Way. And not to mention the Unionville GO Station, which would put you at the center of the action, making it highly accessible for visitors from across Southern Ontario and beyond. In fact, 71% of Indy attendees will have a more convenient commute to Markham, and 12% out of province guests will benefit from affordable hotels and transportation. The economic impact on the GTA is significant, estimated at $50 million. So, that's a year. So, not only does Markham win, so do other surrounding communities, because the estimated room demand is 19,000 room nights, and it supports 10,000 jobs. The city, together with Destination Markham, is working to support the event. From our beautiful historic main streets, our diverse culinary scene, and our vibrant arts council, as well as the robust presence of innovative, high-tech companies, and multinational corporations. Markham continues to be a city of global influence in the heart of all that this region has to offer. Now, this achievement is due in strong part to the strong support and persistence and advocacy of all of our partners that are here today, who saw the opportunity to keep one of the oldest races in the NTT INDYCAR Series right here in the province of Ontario. And on behalf of everyone here in Markham, thank you to all who've come together to reach this incredible 5-year hosting agreement here in the city of Markham. Thank you. To Kim Green and Kevin Savoree of Green Savoree Racing Promotions, a team of skilled operators who are driving results. The team's enthusiasm is contagious, and our presence is thanks to their vision for this track location and their commitment to growing this celebrated event. I also want to say thank you to the Ontario Honda Dealers Association for their generous sponsorship, which has been instrumental to the ongoing success of this race for many years. Honda is synonymous with the city of Markham, and I want to thank the Honda Dealers Association for enhancing that brand's connection to our city. We extend our sincere appreciation to the province of Ontario. Special thank you to Minister Neil Lumsden, Minister of Sport for Ontario, for facilitating collaboration across multiple provincial ministries, and to Ted Scaldwell with the Minister's Office for providing support from the outset. I'd also like to acknowledge Team Markham, particularly Councillor Andrew Keys. Yeah, let's give him a hand. Chair of Destination Markham, and upon learning about this opportunity, Councillor Keys alerted me, and that's a dangerous thing once I find out information like this. And he truly has served as a dedicated advocate and supporter. So thank you, Andrew, for your ongoing efforts and commitment, and thank you as well to our amazing staff team, especially Frank Claricio, Director of Engineering, and Salia Kalia, Senior Manager of Infrastructure and Capital Works, for leading every stage from design to construction with support from other engineering staff and other city departments. Special thanks as well to Michael Tashikovsky, Markham's Deputy City Solicitor, for handling the extensive legal work, and of course to Andy Taylor for his unwavering, steady leadership. Let's give Team Markham a big hand. And of course, my sincere appreciation to Markham Council's strong support and their commitment to seizing incredible opportunities like this one. Thank you to all of Markham Council for their support. And finally, a big thank you goes to INDYCAR and Penske Corporation, and to Bud Danker and his team. Thank you for your confidence in Markham, for your valuable contributions. I have to say, as a seasoned executive, your experience and professionalism made the difference in getting this across the finish line. From the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you to everyone who's been involved in this initiative. I sincerely appreciate the role that everyone has played in bringing this all together. Markham is no stranger to hosting international sporting events. Everything from the 2015 Pan Am Parapan Games right here in this building, the World Aquatics Artistic Swimming World Cup, and the 2023 Yonex Canadian Challenge for Badminton, a qualifying event for 2024 Olympics in Paris. Now, I think many of you know that I have been a long-time firm believer in attracting professional sports to the city of Markham and major league events to our community because of the tremendous potential they unleash. particularly when it comes to the economic benefits. The power of sport brings people together, celebrates the best in us, and highlights our beautiful city. This opportunity, the Ontario Honda Dealers Indy at Markham, sets the stage for us to show what we are all about, and we're just getting started. We are ready. We are excited to host this storied sporting spectacle, from the planning that is already well underway to the final checkered flag. Buckle up, everyone. We're off to the races. Thank you very much.
It simply wouldn't be a launch of a brand new event without a launch video. So turn your attention to the video screens, voiced by a Markham native.
40 years of speed, showmanship, and spirit. But this is the next gear. Ontario's fastest party is on the move. Markham, you're up. Indy fans are about to find out what makes the Greater Toronto Area greater. Canada's only NTT INDYCAR Series race is coming to Markham, the home of speed. Fuel up for adrenaline, on and off the track. A city circuit with no limits. 12 turns to get the heart pumping. New location, new show-stopping, exhilarating circuit. We'll see who's up for the challenge. Who's gonna make their mark in Markham?
How cool to have Markham's own James Hinchcliffe, a six-time winner in the NTT INDYCAR Series, a part of this announcement. Just feels right. Clearly, as His Worship mentioned, tremendous economic benefit for the province, adding to the sporting fabric of this region. For more on that, we welcome up the Honorable Neil Lumsden. Good morning, sir. Come on up, and let's talk a little bit about what this means for this beautiful area.
You got to get a little more excited, Mayor. Come on, man.
Hold it back, I'm sorry.
Please get excited. Morning, everyone. What a fabulous day. I'm going to start off by thanking the Mayor, Kevin, Chris, and Bud. But more importantly, this is the time that I'm going to step away and then come back and shake your hand and say thank you for everything you are doing. Here.
Okay, all right.
It's been a long haul for them, and they worked very hard with a lot of people that have already been identified by the Mayor. And I'd also, before going any further, like to point out, Ted got a shout out by the Mayor, but I've also got Michael Sparling, my Chief of Staff, and Aaron Prance, who's around here doing his thing, and colleague Billy Pang. Thanks for coming, Billy. Listen, this is one of Canada's most iconic sporting events. I've been to it a bunch of years. I had been to it before I had this role, and I can tell you that it delivers a level of excitement and connection like no other. And the connection is with the people, and the excitement is around the racing. And for me, sport is about connection and experiences, always has been. And when you can create something that they have created in this race, bring it here, keeping it in Ontario, bring it here to Markham, the benefits are going to be like a tsunami, and they will keep coming every year and get stronger and stronger. And the economic impact that goes along with that is staggering. And when I talk about sport, typically people will say, well, yeah, you're a sport guy. Yeah, but I'm a business guy too, and I want to see our communities grow and build as a result of sport. And the Mayor talked about it. 2024 Indy drew over 150,000 people with more than a $50 million economic impact. That is making a difference through sport. That is making a difference. That's what these gentlemen and their staffs and all of Markham is going to do, is make a huge difference. And I can tell you, as I said, I've been there, local restaurants, hotels, corner stores, gasoline shop, everyone benefits. So when they roll in, pardon the pun, and then roll out, the impact is massive. And it does my heart good to say sport is about more than just business, and we see it when you're at the track. The connection that is made to the fans is second to none. I was down on right by the track the first time I went a few years ago in this capacity, and they said, you know, come on down, walk around. I couldn't believe it. I thought, well, this is kind of neat. I'm going down. I was, you know, with some staff, and thought maybe, you know, there'll be a few people. Good Lord, there are people everywhere. These racers are getting ready behind the scene, and we are wandering around the start area like, oh yeah, no big deal. We're going to pitch a tent, have a sandwich, we'll be fine. And all of a sudden it says, okay, get the hell out of here. We got to start a race. Thousands and thousands of people get an experience as a result of being at Indy. The Honda Indy delivers more than just a race, and we've talked about it, and that's what gets me fired up. When sport can deliver at this level and being such an iconic part of Ontario with respect to the sports scene, it does my heart good. And I really thank gentlemen and the staffs and everyone who was involved at Markham City Hall. Mayor, great job. Again, try to get a little more excited when they get here. But it's a real thrill for me and our staff to be part of it. That's why they're here today, because they know it's important. And again, if you haven't been to an Indy yet, shame on you guys. And I better see your keisters there at the next race. Congratulations, Markham. You guys have done a hell of a job.
Well, success, major events like this clearly just doesn't happen. It takes so many great partnerships, and one of them over the years is with Green Savoree Toronto. For more on that, we turn it over and peek at the circuit as well. Kevin Savoree from Green Savoree Toronto. Kevin?
Thanks, Dave. Obviously, you know, sometimes in racing it's about a lucky draw, and I get to follow two politicians. Go figure. Anyway, I think on behalf of Kim Green and myself, the Green Savoree family, you know, thanks so much for everything you've done to make us feel welcome here, and to the minister and his unwavering support throughout this whole process of this race is staying in Ontario. So, Minister, thanks so much. And when I tell you that Jeff Atkinson and myself and our teams literally treaded all over Ontario trying to identify a site, and we had this preliminary meeting just around the corner here at the Pan Am Center with the mayor and some of his colleagues. And for those of you that just listen to the mayor, you can imagine us trying to get out of the room without saying yes right then. And, you know, it wasn't going to happen. And so it was really about hosting this event potentially for a year. And the mayor said, look, we're in, but we want this here for a while. And so for those of you that can visualize this, I lost the arm wrestling contest, and I can say we're so excited to be here, Mayor. Thanks so much, and to your team as well. I mean, it's so exciting for us. You know, again, I think this circuit, when you get to see it in just a moment, the mayor and I are going to unveil a track map. It's going to literally be almost unparalleled when it comes to a street circuit. And again, we're very, very excited about that. We had some initial plans, but Tony Kaufman got involved, and he's an incredible designer and so well thought out about the different angles of corners. And I can't imagine how many thousands of emails went back and forth between Tony and ourselves and the mayor's engineering team and their engineering team. So to all of you, thanks so much for everything that you've done to help make this happen, because it's just an incredible opportunity. But also as part of that, there were certain conditions that we needed to satisfy for all of us to make sure that we could be in a position to make this race a success. And so obviously a big part of that, you know, again, thanks to Bud Dinker, Michael Montry from IndyCar, but even more so, you know, Roger Pinsky's unwavering support of Green Savoree and helping to make this event happen. And so, again, Bud and Michael, to your team, just thanks so much for everything that you do for Green Savoree. Again, I think these events can't happen as well without a title sponsor, and we not only have a title sponsor, but we have a great friend in Chris and Annette Goche and the Ontario Honda dealers that, again, they have the same passion for this sport and this event that Green Savoree has. And for us, it's one of those things that, you know, it's a passion that we all have, and we bring that to the table. And I think the mayor alluded to it earlier, and I think when we get to August 14th, 15th, 16th next year and this event comes to life, everybody's going to be thrilled with what we do and how we program the areas. And, you know, again, we're very, very much looking forward to that. And, you know, one final thank you to Metrolinx, who obviously we needed an area for a pit lane and a part of a straightaway, and again, to have them involved with us as well. And not only as part of a racetrack, but also we need to get these fans here. So they're going to be a big part of helping us to get everyone here as well. So very, very much looking forward to that, and thank them so much for their partnership. And I think now we get to unveil a racetrack.
You get to do it, yes.
Yep.
Go ahead. Renee, let's go ahead and bring in the, yep, come on around here. Actually, do it down there, Renee, right here.
Thank you, Mayor. So literally when I say months of planning went into this, so this is the Unionville GO station. We're going to have a double-sided pit lane, which is kind of becoming iconic to IndyCar. We're thrilled with that. Around the Unionville GO station, onto University, then a great left-hander down Enterprise. And then we're going to have a hairpin coming around Enterprise, the Enterprise Remington hairpin, back onto Enterprise. Massive straightaway, incredible speeds. Onto Kennedy with a hard right-hander, then a dogleg back into a completely rebuilt section heading back to Metrolinx. So 12 corners, 2.19 miles, I think 3.52 kilometers. So incredible circuit. Frank and his team have worked tirelessly to make this happen. So to Frank and Sally and your team, thanks so much for helping to make this happen. And and when I tell you it took pounds of paper to create this, I'm not exaggerating. So, Mayor, thanks to you and all your team for helping to make this dream happen for us for many, many years to come.
I just want to underscore, obviously, this is a very exciting track, thanks to Tony that was mentioned earlier. Obviously, it was the vision of Green Savoree right from the get-go, because when we did meet, as much as I said, yeah, we're not leaving this room without a yes, I said, how are you going to do a racetrack around all of these facilities? Because when you sit here and look, and it's hard to imagine, but it is going to happen. But I really wanted to underscore, and again, thank Metrolinx for their cooperation. This is really exciting what's going to happen right here. Just imagine thousands of people that are going to be coming up that goal line from all over the GTA. And when they get off those trains, they're going to be right in the center of the action with that double pit lane. Like, you don't get that anywhere else. So an incredible experience, fan experience, right from the get-go, right from when you step off the GO trains. Honestly, anywhere along this route is going to be exciting to watch this race. And again, thank you to you, Kevin, and your team for creating such an incredible experience right here in the city of Markham. Again, a big hand to Green Savoree, because we wouldn't be here without them. Thank you.
Looks really sharp, doesn't it? Well, clearly, been a ton of planning behind the scenes as this event in Markham has come together. For more on that, we turn it over to the president of the Ontario Honda Dealers at Indy at Markham, Mr. Jeff Atkinson. And Jeff, this could go on for days, really, but how did all this come together for you guys?
It was a long journey. Obviously, Ontario's got a lot of great cities. As Kevin suggested, we looked around the entire province to host this race, and all roads led to here in Markham, Ontario. And as Kevin and the mayor showed off the map here today, we feel this event site for our fans provides a lot of great opportunity, whether it be sight lines, experiences we may not have had at our previous venue. And I think it's important to thank Exhibition Place and the City of Toronto for their 40 great years. But we're here to create new memories here in Markham, Ontario. And there's activities we haven't done recently, like music. We haven't done an RV club ever in Toronto. And these are things we're looking at for Markham. So there's all these exciting new things we can do in this city. But I think our fans will have an easy way to get here, whether it be coming from Union Station within 40 minutes on the Unionville GO Station train, and a lot of parking in downtown Markham. Our fans are really going to enjoy if they choose to drive down here. They have a lot of great parking options, and it's just really easy to get to this venue. And then we'll start making announcements on layouts, our partner announcements. There's going to be a lot of exciting things as we talk about how we're curating and creating this event here in Markham for 2026. August 14th through 16th will be here before we know it. So obviously, I want to thank the fans for their patience. I know a lot of our fans have asked questions of what is our status for 2026 and beyond, but we're happy to create a new home here in Markham, Ontario. So Mayor, Minister, Bud, Chris, everyone that was involved, thank you for your time and your help in this project.
Thanks, Jeff. If you've attended this event over the last couple of years, you know the exciting activation that the event's title sponsor has been a part of, and it's gratifying to know that partnership continues as well. So please welcome again the president of Ontario Honda Dealers Association, Mr. Chris Gauthier, and this is kind of a home race for you guys in your backyard, right, Chris?
It is. We're absolutely thrilled. So thank you very much. It's a thrill to be here today as we celebrate the continuation of the Ontario Honda Dealer Indian partnership with our friends at Green Savoree Toronto. When the idea of extending this event and bring it to a brand new site was shared with the Ontario Honda Dealers, the response from the dealer was absolutely overwhelming and enthusiastic. We all knew that it was an opportunity, we just really couldn't pass it up. And Honda's history with the event goes back for many, many years. 2009, Honda became the title sponsor of the Toronto Indian. In 2024, pardon me, it was officially renamed the Ontario Honda Dealer Indy Toronto. From that point on, the dealer network proudly carried Honda's racing spirit forward, helping the event to grow into one of Canada's premier motorsports showcases. Along the way, we've seen tremendous growth, not only in the size and scope of the race, but in the impact on fans, families, and the community through initiatives like the Ontario Honda Dealers Free Fan Friday. And of course, all this builds on Honda's incredible racing pedigree from its very first Formula One victory in 1965 to this year's champion driving a Honda, as well as countless championships powered by Honda engines. Racing is truly part of Honda's DNA, and this passion has always been a part of this event, which is why today is so exciting. We're absolutely thrilled to be a part of the inaugural Ontario Honda Dealers Indy at Markham. This is more than just a new venue, it's a new chapter. It's a chance to share world-class racing with even more fans, to connect with our communities in new ways and to continue building a legacy that we can all be proud of. On behalf of the Ontario Honda dealers and the 82 Honda dealers in Ontario, thank you for being here and being part of this incredible journey. The best is yet to come. We're both honored and thrilled to be part of it. So thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thanks, Chris. And finally, it's certainly a rich history of NTT INDYCAR Series racing in Ontario. A who's who of our sport have all won here, legendary names, and that will obviously continue for years to come as well. So we're turning it over to the president of Penske Corporation, Mr. Bud Denker. And Bud, it's great to see that legacy continue here in Ontario. Yep.
Penske Corporation, my boss, Mark Miles, our CEO of the IndyCar Series, and Doug Bulls, president of the IndyCar Series. I am so excited to be back here. And I say back here because I was here in April when the idea was just begin to germinate. And Michael Montry and I, Michael, raise your hand with the IndyCar Series. Michael Montry and I came here with Tony Kottman, our designer, and said, is this even possible? And then we met your introverted, quiet mayor. And the passion your mayor has, Mayor Scarpitti has, is second to none. And to do these events, you've got to have partners. You've got to have partners that are convinced that we can provide value to the city, who are convinced that we can be trusted partners along the way as well, too. And the immediate bond that the mayor and I had was all part of that. And Andy and your team and Frank and all your team, I can't thank you enough. The city council who put forth the effort to approve the funds to make this happen, I also need to thank. And Minister, thank you for your continued trust in this event too, across your province. It's so important. And of course, we could not do it without the trusted support of Kevin Savoree and Jeff Atkinson and Kim Green from Green Savoree. They operate 4 of our events. 4 of our 17 events are operated by this organization. And when the idea came that we said we need to move from downtown Toronto, for a lot of reasons, to Markham, we said, it's interesting. And we came up here and we said, we're going to make this happen. And as you said, Kevin, we're not going to be here for 1 year. We're not going to be here for 5 years, Mr. Mayor. We're going to be here for decades in this marketplace to help you in what you do. Penske Corporation bought the IndyCar Series 5 years ago, and immediately from day one, our purpose was to grow this sport in the most amazing motorsports in the world. And we're doing that. Our viewership this year across North America is up over 20%. And you can only do that by having amazing racing in amazing markets. And we have that here in Markham. I can tell you there's been no better partnership that I've seen between City Council and the CAO, Frank and your team on the engineering side, and Mr. Mayor and what you built here. It's because you've got an amazing team that has come together to form this incredible partnership. We've got a vibrant city, a vibrant community, a young, a high-tech organizational market here from the businesses as well, automotive focus as well too. We love Honda, by the way. We own 19 of them, so we love the Honda brand. And we can't thank you enough for being a part of this. We just showed you the track a minute ago. 3 years ago, we designed the first dual pit lane track in Detroit, Michael Montry and I. The drivers said, how is this ever going to work? It's going to be chaotic. The fans love it. So you're going to be only the 3rd track in the world to have a dual pit lane where the drivers are going to pit their cars and gas their car. And by the way, you'll be the only 6th city in North America to have a city circuit. Only 6 in the entire North America marketplace. Give yourself a hand for that. So I know Frank, our engineer, and Sally are not counting, but there's 346 days until we're on the city streets of Markham. Imagine the sound, imagine the sights, imagine the smell of cars going down Enterprise Road at over 180 miles an hour legally on your track. I can't wait. I already have booked my rooms here, a block of rooms here. You've already got my money in the bank here for your businesses to get here. Wait till you see the tsunami that the minister mentioned a bit ago about what's going to happen to your city in 346 days. So on behalf of Penske Corporation and our IndyCar Series, We couldn't be more excited to be here. I'm absolutely looking forward to coming back many times between now and then. I'm going to buy your mayor a nice dinner. I owe him a nice bottle of wine, too, for his partnership. And I can't thank everybody on this table enough for putting this together. Thank you very much.
All right. Renee, we've got a couple of microphones on either side. We wanted to take an opportunity to open it up for a few questions, and then we'll have a photo opportunity, and then there will be some one-on-one opportunities as well for our friends in the media if you need. So if you have a question, now is the time. I know everyone's kind of located in the back. Don't be shy. But while you guys think about that, Mayor, maybe I'll ask you a question. There's been so much growth in this area. An announcement like this, an event like this, that's coming to your great city here in 2026. How would the growth expedite things here in this area? Your thoughts?
Well, this is a pretty exciting area for those of you that aren't from Markham. We're sitting in what's known officially in planning terms as Markham Center. And Remington is one of the largest landowners. Times is also here. They've done a fantastic job. This whole area is I think, one of the most exciting urban growth areas in all of North America. First of all, the GTA is growing. What's great about this community, it's the most diverse city in all of Canada. Close to 80% of the people that live here, it's a bit of an oxymoron, identify as a visible minority when in fact they are the majority. And people have come here highly skilled, highly educated, starting businesses sometimes in their garage, and they end up being some of our largest employers here in our city. And everything we do in the City of Markham, we have a great council. As you heard, we have an amazing staff, but everything we do in the City of Markham is about partnerships. It's about partnerships with the development community that are doing an outstanding job, that have an offering of diverse housing. And let me tell you, now that this event is coming here to this area, there'll be a lot of young people that'll want to move into Markham Center to be close to not only this, but much of the activities. York University, which is right adjacent to the racetrack. The president almost fainted, I think, when she heard the speeds of the vehicles that'll be going by that beautiful building. But let me tell you, everything we do is about partnership, and we'll build not only on those partnerships, but this one as well. And I really thank everyone who's really contributed to making Markham what it is. We're on the map. We punch well above our weight. Sorry, 10-second commercial here, but we've been on the Forbes top 100 employers list for the last 5 years. One of the top organizations, in fact, even beating out some amazing companies that are located here in the City of Markham. And that speaks to the entrepreneurial spirit that is alive and well in this organization. And I think when we sit across the table, as much as negotiations are tough sometimes, I think everyone gets to appreciate just how nimble and how entrepreneurial we are as a city. And so, again, thanks to everyone involved. And we know, as I talked about this, we've been trying to get professional sports to come to this city for many years, and it does unleash tremendous potential. And we're going to see that firsthand, front row seats when Indy comes to this community.
Yeah, well said. All right, any questions over here? Go ahead, sir.
James Doyle of Doyle Longevity. This is a question for Mayor Scarpitti. Mayor, first off, this is probably the most passionate I've ever heard a mayor be about racing in general. Something that's really cool is that you are not just about this race, but you're a car guy. You go to car events very frequently. You're very charitable. Since I was a little boy, I've been seeing you at different car shows all the time. So aside from the fact that this is an amazing accomplishment for yourself as a mayor, for Markham, for the City of Markham, what's it like for you as a car guy to be part of this event? Because this is just adding to the repertoire of events that you're part of.
Well, I'm hoping I get to drive one of these cars when the race is here. I have gone to Indy for not every year, but certainly over several years. And it's just thrilling. You know, everyone, obviously the focus is always on the driver, but racing is actually an incredible team sport. When you think about the professionals that support the driver, the team, the corporate sponsorship that we have. And, you know, I talk about the economic benefits of sport. I talk about how sports brings us together. I don't have my glasses right now, but I think you're a pretty young guy from what I can see right over here. I think what's amazing when you bring these types of events to a community is that young people get inspired. And, you know, whether it's that James Hincliffe, who was here, part of Markham for a while, or a new kid who sees the sport, wants to play the sport, or get involved in some aspect of the sport, it's about unleashing the potential, not only as a community, but for many people who can aspire to either be a driver, be part of the team, or get involved in it. And that's what the Pan Am Center has done. I mean, we were thrilled to host the 2015 Pan Am Games here in this facility, but it's about young people that walk through those front doors every single day and get to see the commitment of excellence in sports that's happening in the pool or in the gymnasium. And that's what, again, this event's going to do, is give that access to young people. And again, it's been outlined by myself and just about everybody here, the economic benefits an event like this brings to the table. And like I said, I hope to at least sit in one of the cars. I know we're going to take a picture later outside, but it's pretty exciting. And thank you.
We'll have to look to get you into the two-seater at some point. So there you go. Question in the back. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, Mike Sullivan from Race Canada. You guys have talked a bit about your connections with Metrolinx and partnering with them on this. The last few years down at the CNE, the earliest train you could take on the GO train meant you missed the first race of the day on Saturdays and Sundays. Will you work with Metrolinx to make sure that whatever their earliest train they have is going to get you there to see all of the races?
So I'm going to take that one first and then certainly pass it over to Jeff, and he can speak about the experience where the race has been. Look, we've been in a lot of discussions with Metrolinx. It's been primarily about the work that has to happen in their parking lot so that double pit lane can be created. But most definitely, we will be talking to them about the operations side. It's about getting the customers here on time, not for the race, for the experience. We want them to get here early so they can walk around and really get into everything that the venue will have to offer. And I will also say this as a bit of a heads up. It's not just about getting them here efficiently, it's also about getting them out efficiently as well. And making sure that when people get back on those trains, they're not having to wait an hour for the next train. So yeah, we'll be taught. Metrolinx, they know their business. But most definitely, when we get to the point to get down to that level of detail, we're going to make sure that the customer experience, not just our customers that land here at the race, their customers on the GO system, that it will be an excellent experience getting to this venue.
Yeah, the mayor touched on it as well. You know, it's a GO system, so we're talking about train and buses. Metrolinx obviously is a partner with this event, and they've been a great cooperative partner to make sure we're sitting here today. And you know, whether you're on a GO bus or a GO train, it's going to be easy to get to this venue. So we'll continue to work with them and make sure our fans can get here as easy as possible.
Time for a couple more questions. We have one in the back. Sorry, go ahead, sir.
I just wanted to ask, might be a question for the three gentlemen to, I guess, my right, your left, but what were some of the reasons that this race had to be moved out of downtown Toronto?
So, you know, ultimately the FIFA World Cup was a catalyst and a factor, but that was not the only factor on our move. If you look at Exhibition Place, it's a great property, but they have a lot of development happening in the future. And, you know, for us, I think there's a lot of cities lining up right now to be an NTT INDYCAR Series host. And if we took a year off from Exhibition Place in Ontario, this event may never come back. So, you know, we did not want to be on a series of one-year revolving contracts like we have been the last couple of years. We wanted to find a new home so we can make investments for the fans. I think that's such a key thing. Our fans are always asking, what's new at the event every year? And being here in Markham allows us to create new events and adventures for our fans. So, you know, we really wanted to solidify our home here in Markham for a number of years.
Time for maybe 3 questions. Go ahead.
Stephanie Walcroft for driving.ca. Mayor Scarpitti, there's a lot of infrastructure here in Markham Centre already, but can you speak to whether additional infrastructure is expected for this venue because of the event, like hotel capacity, that sort of thing, and whether the length of the contract contributes to that additional investment?
Well, I'll just say, I know the hotels in our community have bounced back over the last couple of years. And again, it's in part because of some of the major sporting events that we attract at this facility. But we also have the Little Native Hockey League that we've now hosted for the last couple of years. Over 5,000 Indigenous hockey players come across the province of Ontario to play in that tournament. So, you know, the hotels are actually doing quite well in the city of Markham. There's a couple people in the room that keep talking about the fact they want to build a hotel, so maybe they'll now get their permits in next week and we'll approve them. But I know that there's not just within Markham Centre, but a couple of other sites within Markham that have been looking at hotel construction. And I think the fact that the hotels are doing well and that we continue to attract these types of events, I think gives us the opportunity. In terms of the existing infrastructure, yeah, there is a lot of existing infrastructure in place. And our roads in the city of Markham are in great condition. The racers want it even better. So we do have to go back and shave and pave and change some of the infrastructure, create that double pit lane in the Unionville GO station, because it's not there, obviously, and the widening of it's essentially a driveway, but to a road with access in behind the YMCA. So it's a modification of existing infrastructure. Again, when we all sat here back in January, I kind of look outside and go, well, how do we create a race environment with what we have? And again, it's been a team effort and the collaboration that's happened.
Time for a couple more on the left side and then here in the front row. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Vernon Mulvaney on the Move. First of all, congratulations on bringing this to Markham. I actually grew up here in Markham and covering Ontario Dealers Indy every single year for 15 years. And it's nice that I can actually walk to cover this track starting next year from my home just next door. And I don't have to stuck in the traffic for 1.5 hours driving down to downtown. Talking about the diversity here in Markham and multicultural, can you talk about what it brings to bringing new fans coming from around this area or in terms of diversity to come to this event?
Maybe I'll start, and certainly the rest of the team can jump in. We celebrate diversity every week here in the city of Markham in one fashion or another. And I will say that a lot of events that have sometimes been around for decades, like our street festivals, Markham Music Festival, the Unionville Festival, and then we have Taste of Asia that's also specific to different cultural groups. So it's embodied in everything we do. And when we had the Pan Am activities happening here, just outside on Main Street, Unionville South, we actually put on a fantastic program that featured local performers, but then also some professional performers. And if you look at our programming at the Flato Markham Theatre, you'll see that diversity reflected in the programming there. What I really liked in our initial conversation, most of it was about the race, but quite honestly, there was some discussion very early on about what Green Savoree wants to do with this race. Expand it, create more of a festival. And I think that's going to be a wonderful opportunity to showcase the diverse and culinary experience that we have here in the city of Markham and the arts and culture community, which again, the diversity is reflected there. But certainly Green Savoree can speak to some of those aspects.
Yeah, I think too, this event goes beyond the city of Markham. The York region, 1.25 million people in this region. We're right next door to the municipal boundary of Toronto. The event annually attracts about 12% of our total audience from outside Ontario. So this will be a big draw to the community. We'll bring obviously more diverse folks in here from all over the world. IndyCar and motorsports is a worldwide audience. Some of the stick and ball sports are very centered here in North America, but IndyCar reaches 200 plus countries and territories worldwide. So we're going to see a lot of people out here for the first time, and I think create a lot of new IndyCar fans.
Let me add on to that. Thank you, Jeff. Good question. I want to add on to that from an IndyCar Series perspective. Our growth this year in the IndyCar Series, as I mentioned, is up over 20% audience year over year. But our growth in the 18 to 34-year-old category is up 90%. And when I looked at Markham, looked at the demographics here of this marketplace, and I saw how young and how vibrant and how diverse this market was, it was perfect for our series to come racing here, because we are a diverse young, but also we have an older age who watches this as well too, but our growth curve is certainly on the younger side of things right now. And Markham has all of those pegs lined up in a row. So this is a great market for us to compete in. I also like the fact that I remember one of the stats was 65% of the people that came to the downtown Toronto race are lying in this marketplace, if I remember right? 65% of the people buying tickets there are lying right in this marketplace. 7 million people in the greater Toronto area, 1.5 million people in this York area. Those are the kind of numbers that we want to see as a series to come here in terms of adding to the growth fuel that we've seen this year, year over year.
Good question. Okay, here in the front row, then we'll wrap up after that.
Rhonda Lenton, president of York University and mayor. I've seen your enthusiasm firsthand on projects and really want to congratulate you and the City of Markham. This is just fantastic. But as a good neighbor as well, I just really want to build on the impact that this can have. You know, we've got these brand new programs in this Markham campus. One of the most popular programs, just as an example, is sport management. We've promised all of our students that they will have hands-on learning opportunities. There is a great opportunity here for our students and our faculty to work with you and to find ways to engage them firsthand on how you put on this kind of event. So we are incredibly excited about that. It's just a comment. My actual question is, what is Thunder Alley?
That's a great question. So Thunder Alley for us, for those who do not know, Thunder Alley has been our traditional area where our sponsors and that activate at Exhibition Place. So it's a great way to get away from your seat that day, check out our great corporate partners and brands that are down on the event site. And it's a good place to enjoy time away from the track. So there'll be a lot to see for our fans to do over the course of the weekends, and Thunder Alley is a key anchor of that for our weekend.
Can I just add one quick comment? Again, wasn't the biggest topic of conversation, but throughout many conversations, what I really appreciate about Green Savoree is they look beyond the hood of the car, and they actually saw the value in York being here in this area, because they are the ones that said, we want to talk to York about engaging their students on all aspects, sports management, marketing, you know, even some of the IT side, because even race car drivers want to use the modern technology to give whatever advantage they can get. So absolutely, there's going to be amazing opportunities for them. And that came from Green Savoree. It would have come from us if they hadn't talked about it, but they themselves brought it forward.
I'll give a quick advertisement for York University Markham campus. Kevin and myself were lucky to take a tour of it a few weeks back, and we were just blown away with how beautiful the campus is for the students, and obviously look forward to partnering with you at the event this year.
And we're going to be back there this afternoon.
Yes.
Thanks for being here this morning. One more question? Go ahead.
Yes. Hello. My son has 2 of these engines in his house, so I have to ask Chris this question. A wonderful quote, "Without racing, there is no Honda." Would you like to comment on the spirit of Honda and how you guys are so wonderful in supporting this wonderful race?
Thank you very much. Yeah, absolutely. That's a quote from the founder of Honda, Soichiro Honda. And it's very, very true. Honda is based in racing, and the technology and the things that Honda learns from that eventually translates over into the vehicles that people drive every day. It shows you the longevity, and it shows you the commitment that Honda has to developing a product that is by far, exceeds the expectations and the needs of people. It's a passion that the dealers, the 82 Honda dealers in Ontario have had, and we were thrilled in 2024 to take over from Honda, who started in 2009, as a title sponsor. And we're thrilled to take over as the dealers and to represent the 82 Honda dealers in Ontario. It's an amazing, incredible event. We have an amazing activation down there at the event that engages the community. We participate with Free Fan Friday, which is an amazing event. It gives people the opportunity to come down on Friday at no charge. They make a donation if they can to Make-A-Wish, and the Honda Foundation matches that. So it's an incredible day. And we are absolutely thrilled to be part of this. And when this came up to be in a new spot, we were on board right away. So we were absolutely thrilled. So thank you for the question.
And I would also say, Chris, this is probably the only place in the world, I can say it is the only place in the world, where a Honda dealer is inside of a racetrack. Right up here in the corner, right? It's surrounded by racing. That dealership will be the epitome of activity for that weekend, won't it?
It'll be very exciting, that's for sure.
It's like it was meant to be, right? Yeah. Right on the corner. We'll go ahead and leave it there for now. Before we get to some one-on-one opportunities outside, we have a photo opportunity here, and then one at the show car was what we call it an IndyCar, which is spectacular, by the way, just outside. So we'll do one out there. Then some one-on-one opportunities. Otherwise, the countdown is on to the Ontario Honda Dealers Indy at Markham, August 16th, 2026. As Bud said, just 346 days away. We cannot wait. Thanks, everyone, for being here today. Thank you.